What is up, YouTube? Burning Bijou 108 here, the realest Boruto reviewer here on YouTube. And today I want to bring you guys a very special video. I know the Nue Arc has just ended in the anime, spanning from episodes 1 to 15. But I decided to, upload my top 10 moments of the Nue Arc. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Before we jump right into the list, let's check out the awesome intro. Let's go. Welcome back, guys. So without further ado, let's jump right into the list. Coming in at number 10, I have Boruto saves the kids from episode 1 after Denki is possessed by the Nue chakra. Now, this scene was our first introduction to, Boruto's shadow clone jutsu being used in a pretty unique way. It was shown earlier in the episode when he saved Denki from the bullies. He used the shadow clones then, but it was more in a brutal way, more offensive way, and I like this scene as it shows that Boruto isn't just like Naruto. He uses his clones in very unique and smart ways, and I think it was a great setup for that technique, because later on in future episodes we're going to see Boruto using his clones in unique ways. And yeah, that's the reason why I'm going to put Boruto saves the kids at number 10. Also, I have to give props to the way it was animated. The whole stopping bullet trains from hitting each other was just a very exciting scene, and I go back and rewatch it to this day. So that's why it's my number 10 spot. Okay guys, at number 9 I have Metal Lee gets embarrassed from episode 3 of the Boruto series. Metal Lee is introduced in this episode, and we learn more about his personality, his background. Basically, Metal Lee gets pretty shy and gets embarrassed whenever people start watching him. He's an excellent shinobi, but has nervousness issues, which is a very interesting concept that we haven't really seen in the Naruto series. It's cool to tackle it in the Boruto series, and this leads into very memorable moments like Metal Lee destroying the Hokage face even more after Boruto, crashed into episode 1, and also when Shigadai and Metal Lee have an exchange with Shigadai making Metal Lee feel real embarrassed. A lot of those moments are pretty funny, and that's why I'm going to put it at my number 9 spot. At number 8, I have Boruto versus Hanabi from episode 8 or episode 9 of the Boruto series. I believe it's episode 9. Boruto, after learning that he might have the Byakugan, has to go meet his grandfather Hiyashi to see if he truly has it, but Hanabi steps in and says that she'll fight Boruto instead of Hiyashi because she feels he'll go too hard on him. This leads into a sparring match between Boruto and Hanabi, which I thought was done pretty well. The animation was pretty well done, and the OSTs fit the scene really well. So Boruto versus Hanabi was an interesting moment because it was the first time we got to see the Hyuga clan introduced in this new series, which is already a good setup for an episode, but just the interactions between Boruto and Hanabi and how Boruto tried switching his fighting style to match Hyuga was pretty interesting, and is why I'm going to put it at my number 8 spot. At number 7, I have the Battle of the Sexes, which comes from episode 4 of the Boruto series. Basically, Boruto and the boys are on one team, Sarada and the girls are on another team, and they're trying to capture the flag on the top of the school. This was an interesting moment because, you had both sides of new characters that we hadn't seen before go at each other, and we got to see what some of these ninjas are capable of. Iwabi using his rock style, Metal Lee showing how great he is at taijutsu, being able to grab shurikens from Sarada, I believe. So Sarada with the shuriken jutsu showed off that she was very talented in that, and Boruto summoned the Nue, or it was Sumere. We really haven't gotten a clarification on that yet, so we'll have to wait and see. But overall, the whole capture the flag moment of this episode was just so well done, and is episode I do come back to from time to time, and is why it's my number 7 choice. At number 6, guys, we have Mitsuki owns Iwabi from episode 5. Episode 5. So Mitsuki was introduced in Episode 5 of the Boruto series, and we got this cool exchange between him and Iwabi, where they go into combat, into a sparring match of taijutsu, and we get to see just how flexible and fast Mitsuki is. Seems like he's leaps ahead of the other shinobi, which makes sense if you ever read the one-shot Mitsuki that came before the anime series and the manga series. You would understand Mitsuki actually has Sage Mode. So hopefully we'll see that in the anime soon, but yeah, Mitsuki owning Iwabi was a really cool scene, and you know, it did feel like a Killia moment when he went behind Iwabi and grabbed his head. I did get a Killia vibe from that, so I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but it was a pretty cool scene, and it is my number 6 pick. At number 5, guys, we have Mitsuki using his lightning snake technique, or snake lightning. I never know what the correct pronunciation is for that technique. This comes from episode 6 of the Boruto series, whenever Boruto and his group fight against Shino. Now, the episode itself was really great, but I think the moment that stole the show for me was when Mitsuki grabbed Shino and put him in the water, and then used his new technique, the lightning snake, or the snake lightning. And pretty much what it is, it's like a Chidori stream of pure yellow lightning. So I'm not sure if this is stronger than Chidori Stream or not. Maybe we'll get clarification in the future once Sasuke actually joins the main cast, and maybe he'll see that technique and then comment on it. We don't know yet. So overall, I just like the scene just for the visual standpoint, and that we got to see Mitsuki use a new technique that we hadn't seen before this. So for me, that gets an A+ in my book, and is my number 5 pick. At number 4, guys, I have Boruto using his visor and acting weird from episode 9 and 8 and 9, basically 8 and 9. He wears the visor. This moment is more leaning towards episode 8, where he has that funny exchange with Himawari, where Himawari is wondering what's wrong with her brother because he's acting so weird. A lot of the stuff Boruto says in that episode was just so funny, just comedy gold, and I really enjoyed it. A moment that did not make this list that I would put on this list as well would be the Mitsuki Boruto discussion from episode, I believe it was episode 12, where the whole Mitsuki-centric episode, I thought that was a great episode. If you haven't checked it out, go check out my review on episode 12. You'll get more in-depth look on how I felt about that episode, but I love the exchanges between Mitsuki and Boruto in that episode, also with Naruto. So, if anything, I would actually tie that with the Boruto acting funny scene, because they're just both great scenes, and you should check out both episodes. Anyway, now that we got number 4 out of the way, at number 3 we have Boruto accepts Sumeri. Now this isn't going to be the scene from episode 14 where Boruto changes Sumeri's mind, but rather episode 15, the end of the arc, where Sumeri looks at Boruto and he gives her the thumbs up. I thought that was a good climax, well, not climax, but a good finish to the Nue Arc, and I just enjoyed it a lot. I like how we finally got that resolve between Boruto and Sumeri, and hopefully the relationship becomes something in the future. Maybe they'll focus a little more on that in the Gaiden arc, since Boruto won't be with the main cast, but he'll be in the village. So maybe we're gonna have like some little threat in the village that will focus on Boruto and Sumeri or something like that. I'm hoping on that. But anyway, that's going to be my number 3 pick. Just a very small scene, not really much to talk about. I just like how Boruto accepted Sumeri and showed his friendship with her. I thought that was really well done, and is one of the better Taught no Jutsus, as people like to call it, of the series. So anyway, coming in at number 2, these are the top 2 guys. Now, to be honest with y'all, had a very hard time debating on what number 2 and number 1 were going to be, but I had to pick one, so here we go. At number 2, I have Boruto vs. Iwabi from episode 2 of the series. Now, Boruto vs. Iwabi holds a special place in my heart, because not only does it have the throwback to Sasuke's combo on Kakashi from part 1, but also has a throwback to Naruto's kick he used on Gaara to save Sasuke from part 1 as well. It had a lot of throwbacks to the part 1 series, and also had its own flair of newness to it, with the way Boruto uses his clones with a little more strategy than Naruto usually does. And just Iwabi's character, I thought it was a good introduction to his character being this bully and that, and I'm glad they resolved his character in one episode, that way it wasn't stretched out. And Iwabi is definitely one of my favorite characters in the series so far, and I highly predict he will have his rematch with Mitsuki in the Chunin Exam / Momoshiki arc. But anyway, getting back to this thing, Boruto vs. Iwabi I thought had good choreography, good animation, and good OST. Overall, whenever I reviewed the episode, I gave it a great rating, and I still stand by it. It's a great scene. I love Boruto vs. Iwabi, and it is definitely a fight that I think will make top 10 lists in the future for this series. So anyway, guys, I'm going to jump into number 1 before we reach the 10-minute mark, and that is Boruto vs. the Nue. Everyone knew this was coming. Boruto vs. the Nue has the best animation so far in all of the Boruto series. In the 15 episodes it's been running, it is the best by far. Boruto vs. the Nue had good camera angles, good animation, good art, and good OST, also good pacing. It was just a perfect episode pretty much. And I consider it the top of the list of episodes so far. Even though I would personally enjoy the Iwabi fight maybe a little bit more, but the Nue fight is definitely have to be number 1 in the best moments so far in this arc, because sorry guys, it just represents the best of this arc. And if I was gonna show this arc to anybody, I would show them the Nue fight. Just a clip of it to get them hyped for the series, and then I would have them watch the arc. I could do that with Iwabi, but I think the Nue arc with its animation and drive really would push people more to see it, and that's why I had to put it at number 1, guys. The whole episode was just great, but you know, we're not talking about episodes, we're talking about moments here. So overall, the Boruto vs. Nue part of the episode, with the help of Mitsuki, of course, was just well done. There was really nothing wrong with it, with the strategy of Mitsuki distracting the Nue and then Boruto blowing up some explosives to drop something on the Nue to immobilize it was amazing, and some great strategy that I did not see coming. And yeah, I think that's what Boruto excels at, is doing things that we do not see coming. And hopefully it stays like that in the Gaiden arc, which will be debuting in August, the first week of August, and for the Momoshiki arc after that. But guys, that's gonna be it for my top 10 video. I probably won't upload another top 10 until next week or the week after that. I'm gonna try aiming for next week to do another top 10 video, but I have to figure out what the topic's gonna be and all that. But I will be doing my Boruto episode 16 review tomorrow. So if a top 10 video hits, it'll probably be on Monday of next week. And yeah, until next time, people, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell to be notified whenever I upload my next top 10 or episode review. And yeah, guys, until next time, God bless you, see you later, and remember guys, enjoy the experience. Hope you guys enjoyed my video. Be sure to subscribe and comment below to tell me what ideas you have for a top 10 video for the future. Be sure to come check out my Boruto episode reviews weekly. And yeah, guys, be sure to tap that bell button to get notified whenever I upload my next top 10 and episode review. And like always, guys, God bless you. Have an awesome day. And remember, guys, enjoy the experience.